Hope is the pillar that builds up the world, I must say. So without hope we cannot do anything. We have to be positive, and if we have come that far where we have seen policies, we have seen reforms in our legislation in Australia where dowry has been included as a form of abuse. Children witnessing family violence are considered as victim survivors, and we have to do risk assessment of them as well. So we've come so far. So therefore, definitely hope is there because things are changing. We are here, everyone discussing these issues. This is because of the hope that we have built up that we can bring change. I think I'm quite hopeful and quite positive, and I look forward to many more changes in our community and wider nation as well. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you said dowry was introduced as a form of abuse. Dowry, as in price paid for marriage, form of abuse. Can you explain that, please? I'm lost.
So, dowry is something which is like if you are giving a present to your daughter at the time of their wedding. It is present is fine, but then when there is a demand to it, and because of that demand, people are selling their lands. People are putting things on stake. So therefore it becomes a form of abuse where people are getting, the victim is getting controlled and manipulated because of that lump sum amount that male partner is asking for. So therefore it becomes a form of abuse because through that there is a power and a control that someone is executing on someone a female partner who's vulnerable. And mind you, not necessarily it's just females, but majority of the cases that are out there are females, as the evidence says. Thank you.
Okay, so correctly, if I get you, the women pay the dowry to the men. Right. Okay, so I'm asking because in Africa, the men pay the dowry to the women. Right, and it's one of the most important parts of our own cultural wedding. So that's why I was surprised when you say dowry as a form of abuse. But with the way you explained it, I think I get it. I understand it perfectly. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Good thing that we have that cultural, cross cultural information as well to have that clarity as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. So you, what gives you hope in the work you do with communities every day?
All right, yeah. So, what gives me hope is the fact that young persons, including persons with disabilities, are the hopes of the future, and their outcomes are totally dependent on the impact of their communities, right? So it means that if we really want to see a better future or a better community, it must start from now. Right. So one of the things that gives me hope most importantly is that young people are stepping up. Young people like myself are stepping up and are engaging in key decision making frameworks, engaging in global conversations. Women Deliver Conference is one of them. Yeah, so it's one of the things that gives me hope as well. So that's a fun.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to move ahead while she takes her call. So do you believe storytelling, media, or film can help shift how people understand migrant women's experiences? I know you mentioned a documentary when we had our first conversation. So do you believe storytelling, media, or film can help shift how people understand migrant women experiences?
Definitely, storytelling is quite powerful, in my opinion, and it has brought a lot of interactive conversations. When we played those documentaries in front of the community, we had sessions run for the community where they were engaged, and they were asked to they were encouraged to ask questions. So definitely, and those questions have then raised brought further solutions to things. So yeah, definitely, in my opinion, it is a powerful way of presenting your issues out there. And look, not necessarily in this fast moving world, people presenting your issues out there. And look, not necessarily in this fast moving world, people have time to go through and read the articles or go through the statistics, and so this is the simplest way where you could approach and connect and with the audiences as well, and it I think it then it gets absorbed even better. So yeah, therefore I think storytelling is quite powerful.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Sarah. Beautiful, beautiful um, perspective. Love it. So now I'm back to you, Visare. What gives you hope in the work you do with communities every day?
Thank you so much. I see. I'll just connect with the forms of abuse that are the same. There are the same patterns everywhere in the world. What I'm focusing now in my work, and it's very concerning, is technology facilitated gender based violence. It's an increasing form of gender based violence everywhere in the world. And I'm sure that you are facing lots of issues in your countries as well. So, what inspires me is youth like you raising voices, participating in these global conferences, bring in your experiences, trying to find the solutions, and bring in the best practices back at your countries. So I encourage you to continue the good work you do, and I'm inspired by you. I'm also inspired by Dr. Saran here, who does amazing job, amazing work for her community and overall. So this is what inspires me and keeps me working. Thank you so much.
Okay, so um, now I'm going to ask you, Rex. I know you volunteer. I know you actively volunteer in Nigeria. What would you say to anyone who has probably thought of volunteering as something not to do? What would you say to that person? How has volunteering helped you? You know, yeah.
All right, thanks for that question. So for me, I think that volunteering is not optional, right? For me, volunteerism, there will be no points where I would think I'm above volunteering, right? So I encourage every person, every young person, especially, to continue to volunteer because some opportunities might not come as paid roles, right? They often come as volunteering roles. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So even could even be above what you could be paid for, right? If it was a paid role. Yeah. So that's it for me majorly. Yeah. So I encourage every young person to volunteer. Yeah.
Exactly. I also encourage every young person to use the opportunities every organization offers, volunteer, do a charity work, and this is how you get experience. This is how you invest in yourself.
Thank you so much, Visare. Do you want to say something, Dr. Sarah? Do you want to say something about volunteering?
Um, I think volunteering is very much important, as Rex and Visare has said, that it brings a lot of opportunities, and therefore it becomes, and then through that you're doing something for yourself, but at the same time it's a two-way benefit. You are refining yourself through, you are looking for opportunity, you get the opportunities through volunteering, but at the same time you're also giving back to the community in form of your the service that you provide. So I think so therefore it becomes very much important to volunteer. And I think every culture says, in every faith there is there is also encouragement to give. For example, my faith, it says 10% of your profit, whether it is kind or cash, you have to give. So either you do it through your service, or you do it by paying for something. So that's what I have learned growing up, and I think that's what I've said even in the conference room where faith leaders were sitting and doing sharing their experiences. So therefore it becomes even more important to volunteer and do something for society.